Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Informal back with another Mr. Informal Podcast. Yes, I go by the name of Mr. Informal. Do not forget that. I hope you are being safe. I hope you are healthy. And I hope you are enjoying the spring season. It is April. Hopefully, there is not any April showers where you are. But if not, then please enjoy this Mr. Informal Podcast 193. Before I give you the topics, please do not forget to add me on Instagram, MisterInformal, and then check out my website, mrinformal.com, mrinformal.com. So what are the 4 topics for this podcast? Well, number 1, Twitter 3D. Yes, 3D. Number 2, Tesla will mine Bitcoins. Number 3, there is an Etsy strike due to the seller fees. Last but not least, Amazon sellers data. It is being investigated by the SEC. Why am I not surprised by that? Anytime Amazon is involved, you know somehow or some way it is a bad thing. So those are the 4 topics for this Mr. Informal Podcast. And so let's go ahead and start the podcast. On the first topic is from retaildive.com, titled New Balance Among Brands Trying on Twitter's First 3D Product Ads. So basically this Twitter 3D is just full of product ads. Twitter detailed 3 new ad products that aim to bring more interactivity and dynamic storytelling to the platform in a blog post. One offering interactive text, present messages in a larger, bolder typeface than regular tweets, and company content like video posts up to 3 words can be highlighted in the copy and linked out to landing pages. Twitter, Oreo, Bud Light, and Wendy's are experimenting with format. As mobile commerce continues to grow, the new Product Explorer features arrive, representing the first time Twitter has allowed products to be showcased in 3D. Consumers can touch and rotate goods as well as click a Shop Now button to complete a purchase at brand's website. Lastly, collection ads display larger hero image with up to 5 browsable thumbnails, that even a word, placed below that can drive to landing page or website. New Balance, Lexus, and Bose are amongst the marketplace testing Product Explorer and collection ads. And so Twitter has more reason to collect ads and also let these brands know what kind of things that their customers or viewers are looking at, or what are they doing in this 3D type interactivity ads. That's all it is. Honestly, I'm 50-50 on this. Certainly I don't like it because they have more collection to sell and also more data to collect. And then I'm not against it because, well, it's a new way for them to make money. Also, it's a new way for people to see ads and also interact with their favorite brands out there. So I guess this is a way of Twitter present halfway going before actually going full metaverse. This is Twitter's way of maybe getting a taste of the metaverse. But honestly, it doesn't really matter to me because I don't use Twitter. But if you do, as you know, with these ads coming along, I wonder what Elon Musk is gonna do, because Elon Musk seems like he has shares that owns. He has the high shares of Twitter. Not only that, he certainly has the power to maybe influence certain decision. But just about this topic, again, this is more of a mobile thing in Twitter app, and certainly you can pin, zoom, whatever you want to call it, rotate. And so I think this is going to live on the ads, and I'm just glad that I don't have Twitter as an app because, well, they're putting more ads, and these apps are just getting larger and larger. It reminds me of the computer softwares back in the early 2000s. And so is this gonna catch on? I don't think so. I think that these brands need to know that once you create shop now or a landing page, you're gonna have to pay more. With Twitter advertising, certainly these brands are paying to advertise their brands in Twitter and also making sure that they have a link to the item. But again, I mean, to me, it's just a waste of time. If you really want people to have certain interactions, why don't you just do it in Instagram, or maybe just do it in your own app? I mean, look at the sneakers app. What about that? Why go through this much trouble of going through another third party social media at all? I mean, if your brand is that popular, I mean, why do you need other platforms to do it when you can just make an app and make sure to actually fulfill the goals that you want consumers to view and experience? As for the second topic is Tesla will mine bitcoins. This is from hypebeast.com. Tesla will begin mining Bitcoin with solar power. Can you believe that? So according to Reuters, the EV maker will be partnering with payments firm Block Inc., owned by Jack Dorsey, and blockchain companies Blockstream to mine Bitcoin using solar power infrastructure that will soon build. Plans for a solar power mining facility were first introduced back in June last year, but Tesla's involvement was kept under wraps at the time. Blockstream CEO Adam Back added that the automaker will be in charge of constructing the entire infrastructure, which also utilizes its own mega pack batteries. The development marks a strong step forward for Bitcoin and crypto mining in general. So there you have it. That first sentence or that statement will certainly give more reasons and more push to have more people use cryptocurrency. Not only that, there's been a certain stigma, and I don't even think it's a good stigma, that mining or mining machines are basically you are wasting a lot of power, electric power. But again, if you're using it with solar, well, there you go. I mean, what about water, right? What about wind energy? I mean, I can go on and on about this. Geothermal. I mean, maybe Iceland can do it over there. So in any case, I'm actually surprised that Tesla is getting in on this. I know that they own a lot of Bitcoins. Elon owns a lot of Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, other cryptocurrency out there. But for them to absolutely announce that they will mine Bitcoins via solar power, I mean, it's surprising. Certainly they don't want to use their batteries because their batteries are going to their cars. And so, but at the same time, this is great because Elon can say, I'm not using fossil fuels, I'm actually using solar energy. Not only that, they're competing with other miners out there. But best of all is that this is going to push cryptocurrency to the next level, or certainly have a great future, because now that Tesla is doing it, I'm sure other people will follow it. For some reason, Elon is a market mover, and just for one word or one tweet, suddenly moves. I guess it is what it is. But I guess Tesla wants that big piece of that Bitcoin pie. Now, I don't think it's just Bitcoin. I think it's also Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, and other cryptocurrency out there. You never know. Maybe owners out there will start using their Tesla cars as miners too. I mean, anything's possible these days. On to the third topic from retaildive.com. Etsy sellers strike over transaction fee hike. Thousands of marketplace sellers are suspending their accounts, urging a boycott, and demanding other charges as a 30% increase takes effect on Monday. Wow, 30%, unbelievable. On Monday, in protest over a 30% 8% seller transaction fee hike, a host of Etsy sellers turned their accounts to vacation mode, taking to social media to blast the company and urge customers to avoid marketplace this week. Etsy declined to say how many participating, but thousands have signed a petition site. According to a website dedicated to the strike and via social media, the sellers are demanding an end to the increase as well as other reforms. Through their site, the Etsy strike organizers are providing tools like customizable shop banners, sample vacation mode notices, and a message to consumers that can be affixed to outgoing packages. Wow, 30% is a lot, I can tell you that. They're apparently not buying into the company's rationale for the increase. In February, when Etsy announced it would boost its seller transaction fee from 5% to 6.5%, CFO Rachel Glasser told analysts that it would allow the company to invest in more ways that benefits our sellers. Well, apparently it's not benefiting sellers. Our sellers' success is top priority for Etsy, the company said in an email. We are committed to providing great value for our 5.3 million sellers so they are able to grow their business while keeping Etsy a beloved, trusted, thriving marketplace. Unbelievable. Well, all I can say is that I'm not in Etsy. As you can tell, I'm in a different e-commerce website. And Etsy is really expensive if you're a seller out there. I think if you're a buyer, it's certainly great because you can discover a lot of things. But if one thing that Etsy or the management of Etsy doesn't seem to realize, that the sellers is what made you. So for you to suddenly increase, even though before without the increase you were still making money, a ton of money, and now you want to increase it, I don't get it. You're still making money, so what is it? Are you actually doing it for the sellers, or are you just doing it to pocket on your own? So apparently, in this paragraph, earlier this month, Guggenheim analysts led by Seth Sigman flagged potential volatility with seller fee rate increases, noting that some sellers are planning to temporarily pause their shop. True, though we expect little impact. And so, like I said, I'm not surprised that Etsy sellers are going on a strike. Hey, don't be surprised if Amazon Amazon sellers also go on a strike, right? We got so many strikes these days. Also, a lot of these, I don't really be surprised if Etsy also asked for that government loan during the pandemic. So, I'm with the Etsy seller on this one. I'm against Etsy certainly, because I know that Etsy makes a lot of money. They made a lot of money during the pandemic, that's for sure. And yet here we are, they're raising seller fee. And so I wouldn't be surprised if other brands also, if many of these sellers go into another e-commerce platform. On to the last topic from retaildive.com, titled Amazon under investigation by the SEC over disclosure on sellers' data use, per Wall Street Journal. SEC, Security Exchange and Commission. The Securities and Exchange and Commission has been investigating Amazon's disclosure of some businesses' practices, including around how it uses marketplace seller data in its own private label business for more than 1 year, according to Wall Street Journal. The SEC's Enforcement Division, according to the Journal, has sought emails and other communication from several senior executives at the company. Amazon did not disclose or respond for requests for comment. The WSJ investigation from 2020 found that Amazon employees have used third-party seller data from its platform to benefit its own private label products, a practice that the company has denied engaging in. Come on, they're denying it. Let's be honest, they're doing it. Amazon potential legal and regulatory headaches have been multiplying this year. The Journal report of an SEC investigation comes just weeks after House of Representatives Judiciary Committee referred Amazon to the Department of Justice for potential criminal investigation. Wow, getting criminal now. In that instant, how Amazon executives talk about the use of seller data from its mammoth e-commerce platform was the main focus in the letter. The DOJ committee members cited Journal's 2020 report how suggested Amazon executive may have lied to Congress during investigation into Amazon and other tech giants' market power and business practices. Amazon denied those allegations. Media reporting on Amazon going back several years has suggested that Amazon, in individual instances, launched its own products that competed with those successful sellers. Of course, that's why they're called the Amazon brand. Amazon has denied that there is a conflict of interest represented in its platform. Last year, around when some Congress suggested its Amazon chairman Jeff Bezos and other executive may have lied under oath, Amazon touted 1.8 million jobs tied to its third-party sellers. When a House committee releases a report finding Amazon abused its market power, the committee said in the time that the report was flawed and relied on false narrative that Amazon interests are not aligned. Well, look, number one, Amazon's lying. Number two, politicians are also lying. So the only thing that's getting the bad end of this are the Amazon sellers, the third-party sellers. Why do you think it costs so much to sell on Amazon? I wouldn't sell on Amazon. Why should I? It's too expensive. Not only that, they always cater to themselves. And for them to always say that they're not, for them to say that they're not abusing their power and they're not taking advantage of other third-party sellers' data, of course they are. Why do you think they have Amazon brand, their own brand, whether it be cords, chargers, electronics, all that stuff? Of course, whenever you search, why do you think the Amazon brand always pops up? It's all algorithm. Even if you don't type anything that's Amazon brand related, it still pops up for out of nowhere. So of course, they're putting their own interest compared to the third-party seller. And if I was a third-party seller, I wouldn't want to sell over there, especially if I was a smaller company. If I was a bigger company, yeah, sure, why not? But I would not. So it really depends on what you want to do here. But I am glad that Amazon is being investigated, because a lot of their upper management always lies, and look, all politics also lie, and they lie under oath. Okay, if they lied under oath, then what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? The SEC is not gonna go anywhere. The SEC is not gonna is always being pushed over. Come on, the SEC is soft. The SEC is as soft as the Kleenex tissue. So for them to even say they're under investigation, nothing is gonna happen. Someone is gonna pay the SEC under the table, and then boom, this whole investigation suddenly seems like it was a dream. Nothing happened, no nightmares, no action taken. Also, I would have to say that if people want to compete with Amazon, go ahead and compete. How about lower your seller's fee? Why not do that? Instead of 2 days, why don't you just do 3 days? Stop stressing about all these shipping, all these quick turnaround. How about just focus on quality service and also consumer experience on your website? But a lot of these brands don't really care. They really don't. In the end, it's all about profits and their market share. And so that basically concludes this Mr. Informal Podcast 193. I hope you listened to me from beginning to end, and if you did, I do appreciate it. And hopefully I gave you some insights and also gave you some news that you have not heard before this week or even last week, whatever it may be. So please do not forget to add me on Instagram, MisterInformal, and then check out my website, mrinformal.com, mrinformal.com. And so I hope you be safe. I hope you're always healthy. And certainly, I hope you are enjoying life. And so I will see you in the next podcast. Bye bye.